It's a pleasure having your company. Thank you for joining us for this particular episode of Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium, and large enterprise. Today we will happen to visit a factory and you're to find out what they're doing and how you can tap into this wonderful enterprise, especially the entrepreneur out there. Lots of challenges are going through, but how can you stay in business and how can you grow your small or medium enterprise? It's all about Alleluia right here. There are lots of products, and I'm with the man and the founder and the brain behind all this that you enjoy out there, the tamarind, the ginger tea. There's quite a variety on the market. My name is Sandra and I'm joined by the co-founder. You're most welcome. Should we call you Alleluia?
No problem.
I am sure people call you that all the time.
Yeah, I am now Alleluia, but still I have my own name. And I'm Proficient Goodrich Muteguya. Yes, I've been doing this business for quite a long time. And I thank God for Alleluia Consortium. Yeah, because Alleluia, we do have Alleluia Reflexology Health Solutions and the Nutrition Research Center, where we give health solution, and that is complementary therapies. Then we do have Alleluia Natural Drink. This is also a department where we deal with natural and fresh juice drinks. So they are also on market. People have admired them.
Speaking about that, how long have you been in business? Did you start before the lockdown or you just started recently? Someone would love to know.
Okay, this natural drink is still young. It is now 4 years. But I have, as a complementary therapist, I've been doing as a reflexologist, treating my clients using complementary therapies, and that is reflexology, massage, nutrition, herbal, and so on. I started doing this business since 2005. So then in 4 years back, we decided to introduce a business of manufacturing these juices. And since we started them, we have achieved a lot of things, and people have benefited from using them. So I thank God that our dream came true since we started at least touching human health and human life and human welfare, because you know, as you know, life is wealth. If you compare, life is more important than anything else.
And what I've loved about this whole all the products and this whole point or concept that you have as a product is about the boo-boo, buying Ugandan, supporting Ugandan farmers and getting the Ugandan raw materials. Plus also thinking about the person's health as well. What propelled you to take this kind of path, this direction, and you didn't think about other things? You know, as women, once we get the money to invest, we definitely think of cosmetology, we think of starting a boutique and putting up clothes. What made you take this path?
No, since I'm a complementary therapist, we are trained to use the surrounding, the environment to treat our people, to treat ourselves. So before people complained, because local drinks were on the market, so people could always reach me that, oh, Proficient, why don't you also manufacture a drink? You put it on the market. And because I was not interested in chemical prepared drinks like flavors, food colors, and aromas from the lab, I had to prepare the very drink I was giving to my client. So before we were putting in a small gallon of 5 liters this juice, this medicine to our clients, and the people could take home and share with family members.
And later speak about the results.
And people speak about the results. So I thought that's what came in mind, to prepare this in small quantities and pack at the carton and start selling in small shops. Eventually, we entered the supermarket to today our products are now on a national level.
It's never a simple thing for one to just wake up and start a business or grow up a business enterprise or a business empire. On today's episode, we want to find out how easy can it be for you to start, what requirements you need to have to stay in business. It is Entrepreneurs Hub, growing your small, medium and large enterprise. You have quite an interesting story, I should say. Many entrepreneurs out there, they start, the beginning or the start of things seems to be a fear for them. Yeah. Tell us about your story, how you got into this. Was it because you had the savings and then you're like, I have about 50 million, let me start doing this? Okay. How was your start?
No, our start was difficult because everything was being done manually. Okay, so putting these labels was manual, capping was manual, even putting the juice in the bottle was manual. So it was hard for us. But eventually we thank God that today it is now automated. But people could ask, what is Alleluia here? What is Alleluia here? And the transportation was hard for us. So we could move using boda, using bus, our taxis to reach those destinations. And even money was hard. Money was hard for our as capital. So even buying bottles, buying raw materials like ginger, like tamarind, like blind nettle, rosemary powder, it was hard for us. But even the premises, so we have tried to expand to get enough premises. However, exactly we can always prepare our things. So we are now fine, we thank God, but it was hard to start. But because we had a dream, because I found in China where I took my training, I found them prepare these things and they were sweet. So it came into my mind that no, we are going to always using as our medicine. But eventually it became a drink, a soda on the market. So we have the reason why we thank God.
So what kept you moving? What kept you on track not to give up? Because I mean, even recently we heard in the papers about 60% of the small, medium enterprises want to close down. What kept you on track not to give up?
I think we try to be organized. You know, these days when it comes to VAT, it is tough. But we try to be focused and arrange ourselves in terms of accounting, arranging books and everything. Then ULA is trying to follow us. So we are trying to be faithful to ULA and other organs, and we are trying to control our standards. You know, if the clients keep on looking for a product, it makes you motivated to continue doing the business. So that is also a trick where you can be sustained and remain the business. Yeah, people are collapsing because maybe they were after money. Should maintain the good standard for our product, because our target is not to satisfy Ugandans. No, our dream is to satisfy the international people.
After acquiring the raw materials from farmlands in the different districts of the country, prepared and sorted by the farmers, they are kept safe in the stores. These include bananas, ginger, tamarind, brown sugar, rosemary, among others.
It has a lot of phytochemicals, essential mineral salts, essential vitamins, and enzymes. The preparation, the drying, the what, even to make the powder is organically made. You can always enjoy ginger tea. Yes. So we put this one and rosemary.
The processing steps include drying, size reduction, grinding and sieving.
Then after drying it, then we put in the grinder.
Which content is later boiled in steel saucepans. Stainless steel is a great option for non-toxic, long-lasting, durable cookware.
Stainless steel, because it's advisable material to be used for making things that are used as food. Yeah.
Ideal for boiling, salting and baking. It is especially good for small batch baking as it retains heat well and cooks solution evenly. The leftovers are then dumped in a safe place to avoid pollution in the environment.
That's why you see all type, this is sort of beer pan. This couple things here. You can see this wood type called mixed meal and certified. And this is whatever that's used. So there's no much smoke escaping. The smoke that just contains this.
The product is then pumped through a steel tube to avoid contamination with human hands.
So after boiling that, I'm going to put here till it cools down. So the more process of production comes like in this room. Cool down. And everything like so done. And now it's juice. But the power it inside here. The purpose of putting it inside here is for packing. We're going to take it to the machine rooms. Yeah, packing. You put it here, then you pump. This is the pipe.
The pump is this one.
No, the pipe that takes it right.
It's this one.
Yeah, for easy packaging.
Yes.
Okay.
For easy packing, you take the juice there outside in the machine room.
That is later filled in the bottles, which have been washed by the automated machine. The filling, capping, branding, labeling and packaging is all automated and done under one roof. Suitable processing techniques are employed to maintain the quality of the products. The final product is then taken to the warehouse and ready to be transported to the retail shops for the consumers to purchase.
Temperature, the floor is always cold. From the workshop to the shop, this is our outfit for our neighbors.
For the success stories you've registered so far, you believe it's about maintaining the right standards and also doing things right. Are you talking about bookkeeping? Are those some of the success? Are those some of the qualities that have put you onto the top? When it comes to business?
Then another one is like me. I enjoy this product, and because of that, we were forced to engage ourselves to National Bureau of Standards. Then that is UNBS. Then Halali, this is a Muslim organ that keeps the standards, because the Muslim before they feared the word Alleluia. Isn't Alleluia an alcohol thing? So I had to register with Halali. It is like UNBS. So I'm keeping the standard of Halali. I'm keeping a standard of UNBS, then I'm keeping a standard of URA. That is also very important. So if you find that those are the basics where you can at least arrange yourself, it shows that anytime we are entering East Africa, and we get then we because we love to be regulated by those is it IC what? Something of that kind.
You get to the international market.
Yeah.
You can test it for the viewer to really know that it is tasty.
No, this is ginger.
I prefer this tamarind.
The tamarind. Okay.
Yes. And it's tasty as well.
I think, but to me, I'm a fan to all of my products. Yeah, but to you, it is now your right to choose what exactly can fit you.
So there is, you have the ginger.
Yeah, we have
you
ginger.
Have the tamarind.
The other one I'm enjoying.
One
then the tamarind you are enjoying. Then we do have this one. This is Alleluia banana juice drink. And this is admirable to many people because it has in it the banana juice.
It reminds us the old tradition.
Yeah, the banana juice. Then we mixed there the molondo. And the people over here in Uganda, they love molondo. So we decided to put molondo to motivate themselves, because it's now the time we start using this, people suffering from flu, because we manufactured this during the corona pandemic. So we had to introduce this for people suffering from flu, coldness, fatigue, stress. So this is good, and it's not alcohol, by the way. It's a fresh juice mixed with molondo and some little ginger. That's why people love it, because for people who love to reduce their size.
Someone would be wondering why we're dressed like this.
No, these are rules. These are rules. When we are in the factory, we have to put these gadgets and we put those in robes so that we keep the standard still. Yeah, because the gumboots, the overall, what do we call it?
You need to cover the hair.
Because the hair will always fail in our juices and contaminate. So that is it, I think. Yeah.
Okay. For someone out there who's afraid to start, what would you tell them?
No.
What advice would you give them?
It's all about...
Because during the lockdown, we had many people developed so many ideas about starting could be a problem.
Okay.
What advice would you give them?
No, it's all about having a dream, because a dream can at least force anybody else there to start this business. And when it comes to food, people will always eat. There are a lot of business there you can easily start, but business related to food, I think is the right business for all entrepreneurs, mostly young entrepreneurs. And you should not fear that the other company have followed and they are no longer doing business. You can as well start, and you do this business for all of your life, because we are supposed to touch somebody's health. Yeah, and that is good. And when it comes to we people, health workers, I think this is the very good business we should always do. And then you follow the guidelines. You follow the guidelines of UNBS, National Drug Authority. If it is a drug, we say if it is a medicine, but this one is not a medicine. It's a natural drink on the market, but it is good for our health to at least to immunize, because most of the time people look for medicine, but we should always look for a right food. The time we feed our body a right food, our body will always fight for itself against all kinds of diseases. So that's why we call these natural food. Yeah.
Well, earlier on you talked about the taxes and all that you have to go through following the guidelines to stay in business. What are some of the other challenges that have affected your business, or that have made it tough for you somehow, somewhere?
Yeah. Infrastructure. Building such a kind of structure like a factory is always hard, and most of our viewers will start this business through renting. That is also a very serious challenge. Number two, it is hard to start this business without going to bank for loans. So that is also a challenge where people would also think that they can lose their business. So you people need to think about it. Then number three is the welfare of our workers, because people will always be, you can't start a business without people. So you need to think about their rights and how they sustain their lives in terms of renting their home, their families, their welfare. So we need to always think about that. Then number four is raw materials. Like we, Alleluia, our raw materials are coming from within the country. Like tamarind will get them from Hoima, Guru, Etiak, Soroti, and in the island, some parts of the island of Lake Victoria. So we need to have a very good network for people to always combine them and bring them to the factory. You need to have a network how to combine them, because you will not find the banana in the same plantation. You need a number of farmers, then you combine them You put on a truck and then you bring them back to bring them to Kampala. Then ginger tea drink. Ginger tea drink, we deal with farmers. We deal with farmers because it is hard for me to have a garden. I think I will not keep them for long because you have a garden, you harvest once and you finish them once. But we deal with different farmers. So it is also hard for this kind of business. And we put there netto. Netto, we get netto from cold district like Kasese and Chisolo, because we believe that blind netto or mwenyango, I think you know the mwenyango, the banyankole call it a chichula jeni. It is very good the time you get them from those ends because the process is cold and it has a lot of nutrients in their soil. Then we put there rosemary. Rosemary is so good, but still we get rosemary from Masaka, from Luwero, from those ends, from within Central and also from Western and Busonga. We get rosemary from those ends. So it is very hard for young entrepreneurs to collect them. But the time you start slowly, you can keep on adding more contacts.
Going forward, there's lots of innovations going through, and Apo always have plans for the seasons, because seasons change. And for those into manufacturing, of course, you'll hear them getting to the electric part of it, producing electric cars and motorcycles and all that. How about you? What are your plans? You want to get into the East African market. Which other plans do you have?
We have been improving slowly. At the beginning, we are using papers in these labels. Now you can see this now a nice paper, a nice porcelain. Our bottles were not labeled. They are now engraved. Now nobody can even duplicate our product. Then as we are entering the East African market, we are ready, and we thank God for our leaders, our presidents, our parliament, at least to approve the East African market. And we are sure that we will join the market and we are ready. We need another stamp for East Africa. Yeah, because the two stamps I'm having, by the way, they are not two, because I have UNBS, I have Halali. Halali is for the whole world, all Islam countries. Then we have Bubu. Bubu is also a stamp, by the way, because it indicates that we use our local things.
We've had a wonderful time. Thank you for having us at your factory. We had a great time to tour around and get to know how things are done. And I'm sure the entrepreneur out there who's watching or our viewer has really been inspired. Maybe something you wouldn't want to leave out that you'd love to share with the Ugandan who's watching you before we let you go. Okay.
I thank you so much for visiting our factory, and I thank you viewers to have followed our discussion and our conversation. What I would love is we Ugandans to love our foods, our things. We should love our own thing, by the way. We should love our own tradition. We should love our own language. We should love our own people, because that is it. You know, the time you start refusing and abstaining from using your own thing, that is the starting of poverty. So we are happy that people have come up with innovation in using our own things. Now, like the banana is now becoming a medicine, is becoming a business. Then these are our things that let us make our food the best medicine. People have their older parents, people, but we need to advise them. Not always feed them the sugar, the meat, the milk, the what made from abroad. We should always motivate our people to use our own local food to sustain a healthy life.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
You've really done us good. I believe someone out there has been inspired, because UBC is all about inspiration, especially for the young people out there, the entrepreneurs. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And love to see more of your product, get to the
Yes.
East African market, and of course on the international platform as well.
Thank you for enjoying our drinks.
I really did.
I think you can take all of them.
Well, that's it for today's episode. What I've loved about each and every bit of it, the touring and what we've learned right in this very episode, is buying Uganda and building Uganda, and also supporting a brother, supporting a sister in as far as doing business is concerned. The farmers out there, they're bringing their products right here and they're being supported in such a manner. The hygiene as well, the passion, and also keeping your dream alive always. My name is Sandra Kahunde. Thank you for watching Entrepreneurs Hub. See you next week, same time and same place. God bless you.